excited to see you today. Today we are at Kimmer's Ice Cream. Today we're going to learn all about ice cream, how ice cream is made, and what goes on behind the scenes here at Kimmer's. Look where we are, guess where we are. Let's explore and so much more. Won't you come and join me? Yes, please come and join me. Let's go through the door. Have you been here before? I'm going to put on my mask. So let's go inside.
Hi there.
Hi, how are you today?
How are you?
Good, these are my library friends.
Hello. Hi, very friend.
I'm so excited to be here today.
We're glad to have you.
Look at all of these wonderful flavors of ice cream.
We have 20 flavors of homemade ice cream that we always have in shop. We make all of our ice cream at our main location.
You make all of the ice cream.
We do.
Friends, can you believe that? They make all of the ice cream. Over here, you have cakes.
We do. We have cakes and we have cookie sandwiches and we have ice cream pies. The fun thing about the cakes is you can actually do a special order. So if you want it to be a specific flavor or color, we can do that.
Wow.
Or
Do you have your name?
If your birthday party is themed, yeah, and of course your name.
You can put your name on it. That is so cool. How do you make these?
How do we make the cakes? We can show you. We're actually going to be making a cake and decorating a cake. Would you like to see?
Friends, let's go see. Come on. Look, there's a happy birthday sign. Whose birthday is it?
It's actually Kimmer's ice cream's birthday. Our shop is 10 years old. Our company is 10 years old. And actually, I forgot to introduce you to Kimmer. This is Kimberly Yates. She is my friend Kimberly Yates. She is Kimmer herself. Yeah, hi. My real name is Kimberly, but Kimmer is my nickname. That's
So
why it's
Kimmer
called Kimmer's.
It's named after you.
And she loves things that are pink and sparkly. You can't tell by looking at her. So,
Library friends, I think I can tell. Look at that. Well, happy birthday.
Thank
That is
you.
so exciting.
we're very excited. Well, would you like us building a cake?
Yes, friends.
We like cake. I do.
I know I do.
And ice cream cake. So we've got a custom order cake. Somebody called and said they wanted ice cream specifically on a cake. So they wanted chocolate cake with mint chocolate chip ice cream. We put a lot of ice cream on our cakes. And I'm short, so it's kind of hard to get in there. So I have to get on my tippy toes. Amy's an awesome cake maker. Oh, stop it.
So, do you use a certain, when you're scooping, a certain like muscle in your arm? I bet a certain
Oh.
muscle in your arm gets really strong.
Oh, my goodness.
Your
Yes.
forearm
Right
gets
here.
very strong.
Right here.
Scooper's
Yep.
muscle. Yep.
Yep.
Flex.
The scooper's
Yeah.
muscle. I like that.
Sometimes at the end of the summer, the girls will go like this, the scoopers, and you can see their scooping arms like bigger.
Wow. You have to have strong muscles to work at an ice cream shop, huh?
So once you have all the ice cream on the cake, we have to let it sit for a couple minutes so we can shape it. Because it doesn't just look like little blobs when it's done.
Right.
So while we're doing that, while that's sitting out, I'm going to grab a cake that we can decorate.
So this ice cream is your homemade ice cream.
It is.
That you make.
Absolutely.
Wow.
I know.
That is awesome. Yeah, we'd love to see how you decorate. That's great. Yeah. We have this piece of paper. This tells you how to decorate this cake. Is that right?
Absolutely. So on here, our customers tell us what kind of cake they would like,
Okay.
what kind of ice cream, and then how they want it decorated. So this one is for a Happy Sweet 16, and they went purple, pink, and teal, which sounds really beautiful to me.
Oh, I love that. So they call on the phone, they tell you what they want, and then you make this with your homemade ice cream.
We do. Yeah.
That's so
I know.
cool.
We love
Wow.
decorating cakes.
What a fun job. This is great.
Yeah. This is my
Yeah.
favorite part of the job.
It's the best.
It really is.
Very
So the
creative.
first thing we do once the cake is covered is we do a border. And we're not so fancy that we have to do that turns out manually.
So that is icing.
This is icing, and it's a special just for ice cream.
Okay.
Because ice cream is frozen, but if you melt, this is the only thing that will stick to it.
Good to know. So like the icing you see at the grocery store.
Right.
That's not this kind of icing.
No.
It'll slide right off the cake.
Yep.
Okay.
You need a top border too.
So here's my question. How did you learn all of this? Did I hear something about you going to Ice Cream University?
You did, yeah, it's a real thing. So I went to Ice Cream University to learn how to make ice cream, homemade ice cream, and learned the whole process. And then came back to, it was in New Jersey, came back to Illinois and was trying to find a place that we could open and dive in. So we bought Gramps Frozen Custard, and
Wow.
it's been quite the journey.
And for 10 years you've
Been here for 10 years, yeah.
Wow.
Learned a billion things. So it's amazing. We actually make the colors too. We
do?
So we start with that white frosting that you saw,
Okay.
and then we mix it up with the food coloring.
Okay.
So we make all the colors, all the shades, whatever color you want.
And then you put them in these special bags?
Yes, they're called pastry bags.
There's
Pastry bags.
all different
Okay.
kinds of tips we can use to make different designs on the cake.
Okay.
Like how she's doing lines right now, but the borders were swirls.
So those are different. Can we show up close
Yeah.
like the different tips?
So this one is really small and fine. It's just a circle, so we can do streamers, and this is what I'm going to use to write with. And then this one, we use this a lot, and it has like a star tip on the bottom. And so this one we can use for the border, and then we can also use it to make flowers if you're doing flowers.
So this turns into this.
And now this one's ready to go. So we're going to take our spreader, just
Okay.
going to wet it just a little bit. Having a little bit of water helps to for it to not stick to the ice cream, but a lot of water will hurt the ice cream. So we shake the extra water off.
And is that just regular cold water? Is it warm water?
It's just regular room temperature water.
Okay.
And it's always moving, it's always going in and always going out to keep these scoopers fresh and clean.
Oh, I see all of the pipes that go down.
Yep.
And so these scoopers, that's how you scoop the ice cream with those
It
scoopers.
is,
Okay.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna mold this cake a little bit, smush it down, make it flat on the top. Getting the sides to be flat is tricky, so we pull this straight up and down, and it helps us to make like a wall of ice cream on here.
We should have counted how many scoops.
We should have. There's a lot. I don't know if I
Yeah.
have enough fingers to count that many. Alright, flatten that out. And we want it to be pretty flat and pretty like sharp edges instead of rounded edges. It just helps the border to stay on a little bit better. And it looks a little bit neater. Alright.
Wow.
So this cake is ready to go freeze. Now it's ice cream. So it does have to freeze for at least 4 or 5 hours before we can put the frosting on it. So we're gonna put it in the freezer, and then later tonight we'll keep working on this cake.
Wow. And you'll add that icing that we saw on the other cake.
Yep.
A border, and then whatever decorations or colors that
Yep.
person wants.
Absolutely.
These are all the different kinds of plates that you have.
Yes. So we have our waffle dough.
Okay.
Right.
that kind of ice cream cone.
That's right. That's it. And it's like when you see something in print and it has a little TM, that's what that's for. Trademark.
Trademark. Wow, that is a super sparkly cone.
It is a very fancy.
That is so cool.
Give it a little magic touch.
Magic. Yeah, it looks kind of magical. How do you decide what flavors to have? And how do you make them?
It's such a fun process. So we make everything in our wheat locations, like Amy said. All of our ice cream is 14% butterfat, and butterfat is what gives it that super creamy, rich taste. We also make what's called low overrun ice cream, so we don't put a bunch of air into it. If you pick up one of our pints and you pick up a pint of like store-bought ice cream, ours is really heavy. So that means it's super high quality.
So less air
Less air. Yeah.
means more flavor.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Okay.
more ice cream actually.
Okay.
So this is actually our recipe book, and if you can see,
Look at that.
it's quite thick.
I can't believe that.
So we have over 200 recipes. Our customers come up with ideas. Our amazing staff come up with like the best flavors. And then a couple things that influence us are like breakfast items because they're usually sweet, so they can go into ice cream, like cinnamon roll or blueberry muffin. We have lots of good breakfast flavors, which we actually usually pull out on National Eat Ice Cream for Breakfast Day in February. It's a real thing.
What?
I know.
Okay,
Eat ice cream
February's
for
not too far away.
You guys all have to come.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's one of the busiest days.
Really?
For real. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So here's some more flavors. This one's chocolate peppermint stick. So that'll be coming out soon for Christmas. And maple walnut for our fans.
Wow.
Oh, and then we also make sorbets. I think I just put my favorite flavor recipe in there. Which one? White chocolate raspberry truffle.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this recipe is like if you went to the library and checked out a recipe book to follow.
That's perfect.
It's just like that.
Yeah.
So it tells you the ingredients you need, how to do it, information to know about it, right?
Yep. And
Wow.
any allergies or anything are listed here, so if a customer has a question. We also have sorbets in this book, so those are gluten-free.
Oh, okay.
And they're usually fruit-based, but recently our ice cream maker made a chocolate-based sorbet.
What?
Yeah, so it's a nice option for people that opt out or can't have
Yeah, can't have
We always
dairy.
have one sorbet available, so it's always here. Good.
Always have one sorbet. So if you have different dietary restrictions, Kimmer's is the ice cream place for you. So cool. Wow, well thanks for showing us that. Is there anything else you can show us behind the scenes?
Yeah, actually, talking about ice cream, like, it's cold, so it has to freeze. And the temperatures are actually really, really cold for ice cream. It's like the coldest day in winter in Chicago, except for that polar vortex. I can show you the different temperatures on our machine.
Yes.
Every freezer and refrigerator tells us the temperature. And one of the things that's good to know is that, especially in fall and winter, when it's a little chilly out, we might think we can keep ice cream in the car for a little bit, like go for a walk in the park and then come back. But it's actually refrigerator weather outside. We need freezer weather. So we always want to make sure our ice cream is in a freezer.
Freezer is much colder.
Much colder. So over here, we have one of our coldest freezers. This is where our pints are kept. And right down here, you'll see this right now is minus 7.7 degrees.
So negative 7.7 degrees.
Yep, you would need a hat and coat and mittens to go in there.
Is that Fahrenheit?
It is, yes.
Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit and Celsius are two ways that we measure temperature. And this is Fahrenheit.
So we always can check and make sure, and that's something I do when I walk in. I look and make sure that all the freezers are at the right temperature so that everything stays frozen. We've got a couple other freezers in our refrigerator if you want to compare.
Yes. I wanted to ask you, is this the only place that you can get these kinds of Kimmer's ice cream?
No, actually, you can purchase our pints over at Blue Goose, which is right across the street.
Blue Goose, we know Blue Goose. One of our other videos was behind the scenes at Blue Goose. So you can get Kimmer's ice cream at Blue Goose.
You sure can, and then you can support two local businesses. It's the same good.
St. Charles is the best. Okay.
All right, come on in the back and I'll show you.
This is so awesome. Oh, I see another.
So
we keep our drinks here, and we just need them to be a little bit cold. So this is a refrigerator, and right now it's 43.9 degrees, and that's about as warm as it will get.
So that's a big difference.
That is a big difference.
So -7 to 43, that's a
That's 50-degree difference.
50 degrees.
Here's our other refrigerator, and this one right now is 32 degrees. Now 32 degrees is that temperature where things start to freeze. So it won't go any lower than 32.
So this is a refrigerator.
This is our refrigerator.
32 degrees.
32.
Okay.
And then this is our walk-in freezer. This is where we keep all of those big tubs. So since they're big tubs, it needs to be very cold. So this one right now is -2, but it can be as cold as -20 in there.
-2 degrees.
And I can open this and show you real quick. That's where we keep all of our tubs.
So these are all tubs of ice cream that you've made at your other location. Is that right?
And then we have it delivered here.
What are the labels on there? Can we see, like on each pint?
Oh, yes. On each one?
So it tells, it's organized.
It is, and it tells us what the flavors are. And we have initials for every flavor. So our staff, when they first start, have to memorize it. And this is our inventory board and our map. So we always know how much ice cream we have in the house right now. In case we start to run low, we can make sure we have a delivery. And here we have what's out in the front. So these are our shipping cases. So right now we have pumpkin, Monster Mash, Butter Pecan, and Blue Moon. And then, actually, I forgot to update this last night. We actually have lemon pound cake out there.
Oh
my gosh. I know. That one, oh, it's the best. Trick or Treat, which is that vanilla with all the candy. Caramel sea salt, and then that white chocolate salty oatmeal cookie.
Wow. So when we visited the bowling alley, they fix all of their machines, and they have to keep everything very organized so they know where everything is.
Yes.
It seems like you also have to be organized with your flavors, labeling things,
Absolutely.
even those papers that tell you what cake to make.
Yeah.
It's important to be organized.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. This is a very neat space. So these are just all extra. Oh, I see
Our
the.
drying rack and our big sinks, and we have big sinks because we have big dishes.
Right.
We have those
Like
tubs.
that bucket that we saw.
Yeah. So our ice
Here's
cream
the
tubs,
bucket.
we actually have 3 of them up there, which actually happens to be that when we make our ice cream, each batch will fill 3 of those cups. Of course.
Are these different ingredients down here?
So these are our waffle bowls that are back up. And then
Okay.
these are waffle cones that are already made. We always want to have backup. So if we have a busy day, especially on when it's really nice weather,
Yeah.
we have plenty of waffle cones to serve our customers.
Another lesson that I learned when we first started was if you don't have it, you can't sell it. So we always have backup plenty.
That's good too, to always have enough so you can sell it. Yeah. I am ready. I'm going to order a cone.
Awesome. The first thing I'm going to do actually is wash my hands. Since we work with food, I have to make sure my hands are always clean before I touch anything. So I'm going to wash my hands. If you want to take a look at the ice cream
Library friends, there are so many cool flavors. Look at this. I can see a bare different toppings. How many scoops I'm going to get. If I wanted a sundae. And here, this is also going to tell me all of the different ways that I can order my ice cream. Today, I really want a sparkle cone. As we talked about, that is a patent, that is a trademark that they have here at Kimmer's. Something so cool and special, that's what I want to get today.
Sounds like a good idea. Do you want to do the pink sparkle cone or the Halloween sparkle cone?
I would like the classic pink sparkle cone.
You got it.
And can I get chocolate peanut butter, please?
You sure can. We have different size scoops actually. Would you like to do a kid size scoop or a single scoop?
A single scoop, please.
You got that. Grab the napkin on the bottom of it for you. Chocolate peanut butter. Again, I'm short, so I'm going to bring this guy out so I can scoop.
So that tub, those are the same tubs that we saw in the back by the dishes.
Yep.
We saw them over here when we were making ice cream
Yeah.
cake.
And
we saw
in
them
that
in the
big
freezer.
freezer. Yep.
Okay.
Here you go.
Wow. Library friends, look at that. All right, I'm going to go pay.
I just come to 582.
Okay.
You can slide your card right here. And then if you'd like to get a punch card started today, it's a way to earn free ice cream.
Yes. A punch card. Earning free ice cream. That sounds amazing.
Right? After 10 scoops that you buy, you get the 11th for free. And then while I'm doing
Wow.
that, I'm going to have you follow the prompts up here. All set. Here is your punch
Wow.
card.
Look at my punch card. See that? Oh, does that punch look like an ice cream cone?
It does. We have a special puncher. It has an ice cream cone on it.
What?
How fun is that, right?
That is so amazing. Wow. Well, thank you so much for all of this wonderful.
Thanks for visiting. Thank you for
This
coming
is
in.
so great. I am going to go eat my ice cream. Are you ready, boys and girls? Let's go. Thanks again.
You're welcome. Have a good
Bye.
day. Bye, guys.
Library friends, how cool was that? I'm going to take off my mask because we're outside. I'm going to try the ice cream. That's delicious. That might be the best ice cream I've ever had. Look at that super cool sparkle cone. It kind of shimmers in the sunshine. Wow. We want to say a big thank you to Kimmer's Ice Cream, homemade ice cream. This was so much fun, and we hope to see you again soon in Miss Katelyn's neighborhood.